Today, I would like to introduce the story of the honest tailor from the Talmud. I think this story contains an important message that is relevant to the present day. A severe drought occurred in a certain country. Days passed, but there was no sign of rain. All the crops withered, and livestock died, one after another, because there was no water to drink. At that time, a rabbi in a certain village had a dream. In the dream, God told the rabbi, "Do not allow the tailor's owner to pray at the bema on the next Sabbath. If you do so, I will make it rain on the earth." The next morning, the rabbi remembered the dream, but immediately changed his mind. The tailor's owner cannot read Hebrew well, and he barely remembers the contents of the Bible. How can we have such a person pray at the bema on behalf of everyone? Such a dream cannot be trusted. Prayers to God were required to be in Hebrew, and at that time, Hebrew was a language that could not be read unless one studied it properly. So the villagers gathered people who could speak Hebrew and had them continue to pray, but no rain came. A week passed and the rabbi had the same dream again. He ignored it and had it again the following week, having had the same dream a third time. The rabbi was convinced that it must be God's will and decided to have the tailor pray. The tailor went to the prayer stand with his usual tape measure and began to pray calmly in his own words as follows: "God, I have been a tailor for 40 years, and I have never once cheated anyone or used shady business practices. As you can see from this tape measure, I use an accurate tape measure without a single deviation. Other tailors use tape measures with narrow markings on purpose to make it look like they used more fabric and charge a higher price for their clothes. Millers also deliberately misalign their scales to sell less flour than it appears to be. Oil merchants do the same thing. I do not do such things. Please, if you will appreciate my honest and fair business, please give me rain." Then, as thunder roared in the sky suddenly became cloudy, and heavy rain began to fall. It was a blessed rain that irrigated the earth. The people shouted for joy, and the rain saved the whole country. The synagogue members, seeing the tailor's miracle, ran back to their own shops and corrected or replaced their scales and measuring tapes with correct ones. Then everyone in the country followed his example, and no one cheated or practiced dishonest business again. God was so pleased with this that rain began to fall in the country at a set time every year. And the people were no longer plagued by drought. This teaches us that money is a very important thing. But at the same time, it can also be a scary thing with magical powers. Money is one of the things that makes life happy, but if you pursue it too much, you will forget about fairness and honesty. And in the end, it will bring you misfortune.